On a night no different than any other, on a quiet back road that rarely saw traffic, Jason, a dedicated delivery driver accustomed to the late-night hours, found himself on the road home after a particularly demanding shift. Unfortunately for Jason, fate had other plans. As his car sputtered to a stop on this desolate stretch, the night seemed to hold its breath, casting an uncanny hush over the surroundings, leaving Jason with an unsettling feeling in the pit of his stomach. Unable to coax the engine back to life, Jason knew he'd have to rely on a tow truck. He glanced at his phone, signal strength wavering, but managed to dial for help. As he waited in the heavy silence, a mournful cry pierced the air. The haunting melody sent shivers down his spine. It seemed to call out to him, beckoning from somewhere in the distance. Against his better judgment, Jason felt an irresistible pull toward the source of the sound. It led him to the old cemetery where the wrought iron gates groaned in protest as he pushed them open. Moonlight cast ghostly shadows across the gravestones, and the cry grew louder, hanging in the air like a lingering wail. Recording the eerie atmosphere with his phone, Jason spotted a figure emerging from the shadows. It grew clearer with each step, yet when he tried to capture it on screen, the figure remained elusive, defying the laws of technology. The ghostly presence drew nearer, features slowly taking shape until Jason could hardly believe his eyes. When he reviewed the footage, the figure was nowhere to be found. It was a stark reminder that some mysteries defied explanation. Panic surged through Jason, and he sprinted back to his car, hands shaking as he fumbled for his keys. Just as his trembling hands found purchase on the car door, the headlights of an approaching tow truck sliced through the night. It pulled up beside him, and the driver stepped out. Jason's heart froze. Before him stood the same ghostly apparition he had encountered in the cemetery. It had a human-like appearance, its features both real and haunting. Time seemed to stand still. Jason's voice barely rose above a whisper. "Who are you?" The figure's eyes met his, a strange mixture of recognition and sorrow. It spoke, its voice a mere whisper on the wind. "Jason?" Suddenly, the tow truck driver's features shifted, becoming more lifelike. It was as if a veil had been lifted, revealing a living, breathing person beneath the ghostly facade. Stunned, Jason stumbled back. The tow truck driver looked at him with concern, completely unaware of the profound encounter that had just taken place. As the weight of the inexplicable settled on his shoulders, Jason's rational mind desperately sought an explanation. He reasoned with himself, convincing his racing heart that the ghostly figure in the graveyard had surely been a trick of the night, a mere illusion. The tow truck driver, his concern evident, stood as solid and real as any living being. With a final, lingering glance, Jason's choice defied all logic. He slid into the tow truck's passenger seat, the driver's eyes holding a strange, knowing glint. Doubt crept in. Could this be the same figure he encountered in the graveyard? As the tow truck eased into motion, Jason's car in tow, they slipped away into the night. The old cemetery stood in quiet reverence, its mysteries shrouded in darkness. The question of the tow truck driver's existence lingered, a puzzle of the mysterious graveyard.